This is Sophie Laurent with your news update for February 20, 2026. You're watching Africa Stream 24, your source for credible, fact-checked reporting. Here are today's leading stories. Ethiopia unites behind PM Abiy Ahmed in rare wave of nationwide support. Over 1,000 Kenyans recruited to fight for Russia in Ukraine, intelligence report reveals. Zimbabwe launches lenacapavir, pioneering long-acting HIV prevention. The news in detail. A rare and powerful wave of public support continues to follow Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed across Ethiopia as millions gather in cities and rural areas to welcome his leadership. From regional tours to massive rallies in Addis Ababa, citizens are expressing strong confidence in ongoing reforms and development. Observers note that such widespread and unified public endorsement is rarely seen across Africa and even globally, highlighting Ethiopia's unique political momentum. Ethan Caldwell has more.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed Ali.
Public displays of support for Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed have continued to expand across Ethiopia, reflecting a deep and growing connection between leadership and citizens nationwide. From the early days of his reform agenda to his most recent nationwide tours, millions of Ethiopians have gathered in cities and rural areas alike, expressing admiration and confidence in his vision for a transformed nation. Across regional states, the Prime Minister has been welcomed with vibrant cultural celebrations, traditional performances, and massive public rallies. Communities have come together in unity, demonstrating not only respect for leadership but also optimism for Ethiopia's future. Citizens frequently highlight visible progress in infrastructure, road networks, energy projects, and social development initiatives as clear outcomes of his leadership.
We have set an ambitious course toward a climate-resilient, net-zero economy by 2050, aligned with Agenda 2030 and the African Union Agenda 2063.
The capital has witnessed large gatherings of youth, professionals, and civic groups who praise ongoing urban transformation. Landmark projects such as corridor development, green spaces, and modern infrastructure have become powerful symbols of a new and rising Ethiopia. Observers note that such widespread, consistent, and emotionally charged public support is rarely seen not only across Africa but also globally. The scale, frequency, and unity displayed during these tours set Ethiopia apart, signaling a unique alignment between national leadership and public sentiment. Supporters also commend the Prime Minister's commitment to unity, peace-building, and regional diplomacy. His efforts to elevate Ethiopia's voice on continental and global platforms have fostered renewed national pride. As Ethiopia advances its development journey, this extraordinary public backing is increasingly viewed as a defining force shaping the country's rise. Analysts further point out that the sustained engagement between leadership and citizens has helped build trust and a shared sense of national purpose.
So it has a vision. This is what we want Ethiopia to be. It's not just improvising day to day or year to year. It's looking ahead 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And the macroeconomic framework is part of that. It's a scenario to enable a long-term path of Ethiopia's development.
Public gatherings during tours are not only symbolic, but also serve as platforms for dialogue where communities feel heard and involved in shaping the country's future direction. In addition, the strong turnout of youth and women in these events highlights a generational shift toward active civic participation. Many see the current momentum as a sign of a confident and forward-looking nation where unity and collective ambition are driving Ethiopia toward greater economic growth, stability, and global recognition.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed Ali.
A Kenyan intelligence report reveals that over 1,000 Kenyans have been recruited to fight for Russia in Ukraine, 5 times previous estimates. Recruiters targeted former soldiers, police, and unemployed citizens with promises of salaries up to $2,715 and bonuses of $9,309. Recruits initially traveled on tourist visas via Turkey and the United Arab Emirates, later through Uganda, South Africa, and the DRC, aided by rogue officials. As of February 2026, 89 Kenyans are on the front line, 39 hospitalized, and 28 missing. The Russian embassy denies illegal recruitment, stating foreign citizens may enlist voluntarily. Kenya plans diplomatic talks to address the issue.
The Kenyans leave the country on tourist visas to join the Russian army through Istanbul, Turkey, as well as Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. However, due to increased interception of these travelers at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, the recruits have changed tact and are traveling through Uganda, DRC, and South Africa to avoid detection.
Zimbabwe has begun rolling out the long-acting HIV prevention drug lenacapavir, becoming one of the first countries globally to do so. Health Minister Douglas Mombashora announced the program, funded by the USA and the Global Fund, targeting over 46,000 high-risk individuals across 24 sites. Administered twice a year, lenacapavir aims to improve adherence compared to daily pills. Zimbabwe has achieved the UNAIDS 95 targets, with significant declines in new infections.
I am happy this medication is now here. It's easier to use than taking tablets every day.
That's a wrap for today's Africa Stream 24 coverage. I'm Sophie Laurent. Thank you for staying informed. Stay safe and tune in for our next update.